Very much leaning towards colour at the moment. Do you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I feel like I'm aging quicker than a fine wine. And I'm heading to Parkrun this morning. Good morning! Welcome to another weekly vlog. I feel so good right now about vlogging. I think I needed that break more than I let on that I needed that break, and I don't think I realised until I stopped posting how much I needed to just decompress and take time away to then realise what I wanted to post again, because I got to a cycle of just feeling like I was posting for the sake of posting and what I was posting wasn't very good. So now we're back, we are in the swing of things a little bit more. I have just been and got my toes done because normally I do them myself because I don't really like paying for pedicures because I find them a bit pointless. But I have lost 4 toenails since the marathon and I can't fake a toenail by myself. I don't really know how to do it, and I don't want to risk like trying to build a toenail out of gel and it going wrong on my skin. Like I don't know, you know when you just get the fear of doing things wrong yourself, so I'd rather go to a professional. So toes are done, they look cute. I just went for a little French. I'm not going to show you because I don't think anyone needs a close-up of my toes on the internet, although I did do a TikTok of like getting my toenails faked by the nail salon. Anyway, I've just been to Primark with Tash, fresh out of the nail salon, so I thought I'd show you what I got because I bought quite a few bits. I'm also waiting for my new camera to turn up because I got myself a DJI Osmo camera because I find carrying around this one a little bit clunky. Like it's just big, it's annoying to lug around, and I just think the Osmo will be a really good addition to my everyday life. I can use it for a lot more things because obviously I do content creation for brands and stuff. I can use it for that. It's just a much easier camera to use. I don't hate the G7X, I love it, I think it's a great camera. I don't feel like I need it or use it as much as I could for other things, if that makes sense. But this is what I got from Primark. I'll be honest, not everything is staying. I just didn't want to try stuff on because there was a queue for the changing rooms, it was hot, there's a lot of people in there, I just didn't want to do it. So I'll show you what I got. This was the first thing I picked up, this little green top, which I thought would be quite cute over a bikini. Like if I had a little like white bikini or something underneath, I thought it'd be quite cute. Or just worn with like a little nude bra and some jeans or something. The bra situation is going to be what determines whether I keep this or not. Then I picked up these shoes, which were £5. I was looking for a pair of heels like this for a while. They're just like little low kitten heels that are just like a flip-flop style. They have studs on them, which are, I mean, not my favourite, but they were £16 down to £5. They are a size bigger than my feet, but they didn't look a size bigger, so I just thought they'd be quite cute, and £5 is such a steal that you can't really go wrong. I got a red scrunchie that I think I'm going to be returning because I picked this up on a whim and forgot it was in the basket when she put it through the till. The Anthropology dupe bag that everyone's been going nuts for, this is £16 and it's just like a fully beaded bag apart from the back, and it's got little starfish all over, and I just thought it was so cute for summer. Like this will be really nice on a holiday or just, you know, out and about. Very much leaning towards colour at the moment, she says, while pulling out something black and white. Little like straight dress in like a linen blend vibe. I sized up in this because I feel like it needs to be quite like straight and boxy. I don't think it's the kind of dress that should be fitted. It's got a tie around the waist, so you could tighten it if you wanted to, but I think I'd probably cut those off and just wear it as like a straight up dress. But I thought this with like some chunky Birkenstock, some nice like chunky gold bangles and stuff, or like some cream, you know, like the wooden white cream bangle situation, would just be really cute. And then maybe like a slick bun or something. That is my new camera. But yeah, that was the vibe for that one. Very much reminded me of like my mum in the 90s. I got this set, which I haven't tried on yet, but I think it'll be quite cute. Again, potential to be see-through on the top, so we'll see how that goes. But this is the top. The top is, oh, that dress, by the way, was, how much was that? £16. This was £18 for the top, and then £25 for the bottom, which Primark is getting steep. That is so expensive for Primark. But as a set, it's quite cute. So this one's got like broderie on glaze around the bottom and the sleeves. If I keep anything, I think it would potentially be the top, but I really liked the waistband of the skirt, and I liked that it was kind of like a inverted one, so it looks like it's not got a waistband because it's hidden, and then this one's got broderie on glaze at the bottom. So as a set, really sweet, and I just thought with some little sandals and stuff that could be quite cute, or alternatively the skirt with like a little t-shirt and some trainers could be quite cute. It was actually a parcel from Tala, it wasn't my camera. But anyway, next thing was this top. I got carried away, I'm not gonna lie. I don't shop ever really anymore. I get the odd thing here and there, but I just don't really shop in the way I used to, and I got carried away because there was so much cute stuff, and I think a lot of it's gonna go back. But this was another thing I got. I just thought this, again, with that jeans and stuff would be really cute. But I also wear a lot of maxi skirts, and I've got a really nice like linen maxi skirt from Urban Outfitters a couple of years ago, and I thought this would look really nice with the maxi skirt because it's open, so obviously you'd see like a little bit of skin. But this with like a nice cute little shoulder bag, maybe some little Birkenstocks in like a beige, really sweet. I've got a couple of jewellery bits. So we've got these earrings which are stuck. So we've got these little palm leaves which I thought were quite cute, and then this little bracelet set which is only £3. And then last but not least we have a pair of Barrel jeans, which I picked up because me and Tash thought the colour was really nice, and they've got an adjustable bit at the back so you can tighten the waistband in. But we're going to try them. They were £18, so we're going to give them a go. I'll be honest, like I said a second ago, a lot of this might go back. I think a couple of bits will definitely stay. I think this I will more than likely keep just because that's a very like key piece that can go in my wardrobe. The set is a definite maybe. I think the price of that one puts me off the most because it's like £40. This one I think potentially will stay if it looks cute because it's just quite timeless, can be worn on holiday or here. And yeah, just, you know, a few bits that we can try on. These I definitely need to try on at home because in the shop they looked all right, but it's the fact they were £5. The £5 really sold me, but they only had a 6 or an 8. So, you know, you make do with what you can. Absolute steal. Guys, it came. I did accidentally buy the wrong one. So I meant to buy just the camera, but I actually ended up buying the one that's the camera and the everything basically. So I got the camera, I've got a spare battery pack, and then I've also got the microphone so I can like stick it to myself to do vlogging, which apparently I've heard the microphone on this isn't amazing, so a lot of people do use this and just like clip it onto themselves. So I think potentially we're gonna have to do the microphone situation for, I think maybe for like talking videos I'll do that, but then for the most part I won't because I don't really need to. But it did come with a protective cover, and it also came with a little wide angle lens that you can just like clip on the front, which is quite handy, but I'm very excited. So it says you rotate the screen to power on and off. Shutter record button, press once, power on. I haven't put an SD card in yet though. Maybe I record and we'll see the difference. Okay, so this is on the DJI, the Osmo. What do we think of this versus this? What are our thoughts? If I hold them next to each other, you've got the vlog camera and then you've got the DJI, and then you've got the DJI without the wide angle. I think I'm in love. The one thing I kind of love about this as well is if you're looking for like a good camera to travel with, or you just want something for like, you know, recording memories, etc. This is quite a good one because you can take pictures and stuff on it. It's a gimbal, so it steadies itself, but also it can rotate, so you can literally switch it if you press the little thing in the corner and it will start vlogging the other way. But I have heard that it's better to like color grade afterwards. Like this one's got better color than this. This is a bit more white apparently, but like still you can do stuff with it. So we'll see how we go. But I do like that you can like adjust. Oh my god, it's so cool. I love it. I think it's going to take some time getting used to the gimbal element, but I kind of love that. Oh yeah, because if I move and stuff, it like struggles with tracking a little bit. But I have no regrets because it is going to be something that I use a lot, and it's also just really cute and small. Like that's going to fit so easy in every handbag. And if I can't take the tripod, I can obviously just pull the tripod off and just take the main bit. But how handy, how stunning. I love it. I'm going to have a little sit and play with the settings, I think. I also do have the microphone, like I said, so we maybe need to play around with that and see what we think. But I don't know if I'm going to need the mic per se. It'd be handy to have though, because me and Tash do a lot of filming with people. So it'd be handy to know that I've got the microphone. This is literally the best thing ever. It's so small and it follows me, and it's just, I don't know, I'm blimmin' loving it. I don't know what the audio's like because I obviously haven't got the microphone on, but I think it's pretty good. I don't really have much to update on. I'm literally sat watching Sirens. I went and got my toenails done earlier because the marathon ruined them, like I said, and I'm just sat watching Sirens editing content. So maybe I'll just chuck you on a time lapse. Making some dinner, and today I really feel like a big tomatoey pasta situation with chicken, because while I was away I couldn't really eat that much, and a lot of what I could have was fish, and I'm just really feeling like just a chicken pasta. Something about chicken pasta you just can't beat. And I'm going to put loads of cheese on top. It's going to be great. I am still on my coaching plan and I technically should be eating really healthy, but I feel like Tomato pasta packed with veggies and some chicken is not exactly the worst thing in the world to be having. And I have had quite a healthy day otherwise. So I'm just going to cut up some of these baby plums, put them in with the chilli and the red pepper. That nearly cut my finger off. And then just a bit of passata and like a bit of seasoning, and it'll be delish. Okay, dinner's ready. We've just gone for the pasta, like I said, with the tomato sauce and stuff. Put some cheese on top, put a little breaded bit of chicken, because that's our hack when we can't be bothered. And good to go. Oh, good morning, guys. It's like 8:15 or something, and I'm heading to parkrun this morning. If you've ever done parkrun, you'll know it's at 9. And I just really fancied going this morning. I haven't really done any workout in a week because I was away. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting in like a good session. This vlog's a bit weird as well because this vlog started on Friday, but you're going to get it next weekend. So this will just be like day 2 for you guys. Also, random one that I'm going to talk about. So I have been really trialling natural deodorants recently. I think I just got that on my top. Oh, that's right. I've been really trialling natural deodorants recently, and I've been really loving the AKT one. I think that's how you say it. But it looks like this, and it's basically just a natural deodorant, and you can get different scented ones. They do an unscented. I thought I'd bought the unscented. I hadn't. I bought the one that's mandarin, petit grain, neroli, but it smells really good. It just smells quite like, I don't know how to explain it. It kind of smells like, it just smells a bit like herbal. It smells like essential oils a bit, to be honest, but it's really nice. And I have found that so far, it's the only natural deodorant that doesn't give me any smell. So like if I sweat, obviously I still get like wet. That's just how it happens with deodorant. I think to find a deodorant that doesn't even make you a slight bit wet is a bit strange. I've never really had that, to be honest. I always feel like it just still, like it just basically masks the smell but doesn't stop you getting a bit of a wet armpit. Especially like, I don't know if everyone else has this, but I have like one that's always more sweaty than the other. I'm actually not sure how long I've had this. A while, since before the marathon. I would say I probably haven't used it every single day because sometimes I will just quickly spray something else and go. But for the most part I use that one and it's pretty good. So if you're looking for a new recommendation for something a bit more natural, that would be my recommendation. Oh, I also got sent one of these Flatlay Makeup Bags where it like folds out into like it folds out flat, and then you basically just pull it together, and then it's really handy. I actually quite like it because normally I tip out my entire makeup bag and it stops me needing to do that. But okay, let's go finish getting sorted. You probably can't hear me at all, but this is my greens. We're gonna have these. This is the FreeSoul Mango. I got the pot from them as a gifting thing, and I thought it was a really handy way. It fits 2 and it keeps them out of the cupboard because I've got like 4 packs now. I am sporadic taking them. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, but I'm trying really hard to remember because they are really good for you, and I do quite like having the benefits of greens. So we try and keep up as much as possible. But I'm just going to do greens, and then I'm also going to put some collagen unflavoured in there as well. Unflavoured collagen. Basically, I'm trying to be Miss Super Healthy at the moment. Will it last? Who knows, because we know me. But I'm just trying to make it so that my body is filled with goodness as much as possible. Serving size 13 grams. I don't know how much 13 grams is. 2 large teaspoons. I'm using a manual whisk as well because one of my friends borrowed my electric one and has never given it back. I'm not sure how I feel about the lighting and stuff on this camera. It's making my skin look really odd. Maybe I need to go back to the G7X because then I looked more airbrushed. The mango one, I will say, has a nice subtle flavour to it. I sometimes put, you know, you get like the squeezy squashes in Aldi. I normally put like 1 little squeeze of that in just to make it a bit fruitier, but it is fine. I don't think it tastes bad. The FreeSoul ones are definitely, I would say, the best tasting greens out of all of the greens options that are available.
Good morning, gang! I'm obsessed with this new camera. I can't even tell you how much I love it. Obviously, you've already had a bit of a vlog so far. This is my new hair, by the way. I don't know if I ever showed you, but I've been dyeing it myself for quite a while, probably about a year, and I just got a bit bored of how flat it looked. Balayage got to about here, and I just thought, you know what, enough is enough. So I went to a local salon, and she basically just added in what she called, I can't remember, it's called like, it wasn't balayage, but it was like balayage pieces. So instead of going like full balayage, she basically like separated quite big chunks of hair and then put in like the odd little bits of balayage. So I've got dimension, but without having like a full balayage again. So there's not as much bleach. We put permanent on the roots, we put some toner on the ends, and it just looks really good. I also went for some face framing, so around the front is a little bit lighter, and I just love it. I think it looks so much nicer for summer. However, we did have a bit of a fake tan disaster last night, so the face is questionable. It's all good, it's just what happens. I do need to give this a charge because apparently it's dying, but I'm not really sure how I charge the DJI yet. I charged the actual body of it, and there's like a little extension bit, and I think maybe I need to charge the extension bit too. I don't really know. I need to find the instructions wherever I've put them and go through it, because I want to make sure that it's like as charged as possible, because I thought it got to 30%, but now it's on red, so I don't know what I've done there. But today I was meant to be at a paddle event with Plenish, which is, they do like milks and juices and like health bits. I love Plenish. I use their milk and stuff all the time. However, we had a little situation, it was a bit eventful this morning, so we couldn't go in the end, which is just one of those things. It's fine. We've got a busy week ahead. We're actually shooting for a book company tomorrow. Wednesday there's loads of stuff in the studio, and then we've just got basically a week of stuff. Friday I'm going to Champneys Spa with James. We're going to the one in Hampshire, which is beautiful. It's meant to be a heat wave, so I am buzzing because it means outside will be stunning and we can just relax all afternoon. And yeah, basically it's a bit of a full-on week. So you're going to have a lot to see. There's a lot going on. I need to sit down and get some editing done though, because your gal's been procrastinating and I need to build a website. Because if you didn't know, Tash and I have a business called Not Just Socials. Basically, we do social media management, content creation, etc, etc, etc. I absolutely love it. I think it's a really good extension of what I do now, and it gives me a bit of a different creative outlet. But we also have launched into wedding content creation, which is really fun. So we've shot 3 weddings so far. We only launched a couple of months ago, and we have about 7 in July. Nothing in June so far. We've already shot the one in June, but we've got loads in July and a couple in August and stuff. So we're basically trying to really push that this year, get it going so that next year we're just fully booked. And I kind of love it. Like, it's so much fun. And seeing weddings, like, I just love so much, and being around weddings all the time is amazing. And actually, I love so much. James got me this earlier. He came home from the gym with a bunch of flowers. So he got me some sunflowers, which are my favourite, and some tulips, which I also absolutely adore. If I could get married surrounded by like fields of sunflowers, I would, because I just love them so much. And that's always been my plan, is to like have a sunflower field in my garden and get married surrounded by sunflowers and have all my girls in black. And like, the vision is there. The vision is there and it's going to happen. Let me charge this camera and stop waffling because I need to get on really bad.
So you can kind of see the fake tan fail. I tried to cover it with makeup and I feel like it didn't really work, but I had my satin silky hair thing on last night, and so I've put the thickest foundation on because obviously I was meant to be going to an event, so I smothered my face in foundation and like bronzed my hairline, and it just hasn't really covered it, but I am very brown. I used the, oh god, my face looks muddy. Good thing I'm not going out anywhere actually. In hindsight, I'm really glad I'm not leaving the house. I used the Bondi Sands black bottle one. Is it ultra dark? I think it is. It goes everywhere and it doesn't last that long, but I do quite like it because I think it's a good colour. I just think it comes off quite quickly, but I use it a lot at the moment because I'm basically trying to use up all the tans I've got before I buy new ones. Bare by Vogue is very high on my list of ones that I want to buy. I feel like I'm aging quicker than a fine wine, and I want to reverse that a little bit. Ready for a bath, because let's be honest, what else do I do with my evenings? It feels a little bit more cozy this evening. I feel like we've had really hot summery weather and now we've hit that point where it's like a little bit chilly, a little bit wintry, a little bit cloudy, and there's nothing better at that time than having a bath. So we're getting in a bath, we've got the salts in, we've got the sleep Radox in, you know, my usual combo. Got the 2. Oh, it's actually not a sleep, it's muscle soak. I thought it was a sleep one. But I've got those in, and I'm gonna sit and try and read some of my book. Because it's 9 PM and I've been working pretty much flat out since 8 this morning. So I feel like I've got a well-deserved rest now. I'm absolutely pooped, and we've got a full day's shoot tomorrow, but it's with a friend, so it's not too bad, but I am tired. Current read. It's about a 3 out of 10 at the moment, but it's not too bad. I think it's about to get better. Whoa, whoa. Can you stop? Stop the traffic.
I'm an expert at overthinking things that I shouldn't. You come across
our little skincare vibes and try some new products together this morning because I'm heading off to the spa today with James, which will be really nice. We're going to Champneys in Forestmere, which I believe is like Hampshire. I think it's called like Liphook or something, but it doesn't work out as being that far away for us, which is quite nice. So we're going to head there for a little spa overnight stay, which I'm quite excited about. I've never really been to a Champneys spa, so I don't know what to expect. I know it looks really cute and it's predominantly outside, which was a bit touch and go for a minute, but the sun is now shining, so I have every faith that it's going to be quite a nice day, but also you just never know. Like British weather, yesterday was bizarre. It was so warm and sunny, then it chucked it down with rain, and then suddenly it was warm and sunny again. It was so weird. But I'm using this. This is the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's got like a little glittery vibe to it. And then I used this SPF, which is the Supergoop one, which I used on holiday recently, and it was just so nice that I thought I'm going to keep up with this. Although I did use this morning, which I used before the gym, and I always regret it when I get to this point with skincare. But I used this, the Garnier Vitamin C, like SPF Glow stuff. I like this for the gym or days when I don't want to wear makeup. The only thing I will say is that makeup does not sit well on top of it. So whenever I've used it and then I put makeup on, it always just gets so annoying. For my brows, I have been loving this brow fluff from Pink Honey. I used to use their original brow glue and really liked it, but I kind of fell for the marketing of this one, I'm not gonna lie. It just looks really cute, and I would arguably say this is a slightly better product. It goes on a little bit easier, and I find if I spray some setting spray into here, I only need to spray it in like once for every few days rather than every day, which I had to with the other one because it would dry a lot quicker. But you basically just push it through, shape the brows, and then I just go like this and basically like push my brows flat and then just get rid of any like bits around the top, but then it just helps to hold them in place. I'm not going like full makeup today because obviously we're going to a spa and I don't really want to have a full face on, but I just wanted to do a little something. So basically it was kind of sparked by the fact that I got these Naked Friday Beauty Screen Peptide Foundation Tint, SPF 50. I mean, they sound fab. I've got two shades because they offered me two because I didn't know which one would be the right one. So I've got shade 3 and shade 2.5. So we'll see which one looks more true colour on my hand. The 3 and the 2.5 are quite different. Like the 2.5 is considerably lighter. I don't know if you can really see it on my hand there, but the 2.5 is considerably lighter. These are supposed to be really good as like a light. Oh yeah, it's definitely not 2.5. 2.5 is looking a bit too... Okay, we need to go 3. 2.5 is looking far too cool on me, so maybe we'll scrap that one. It's very liquidy. I don't know if you can hear that. I mean, it's already gone all over the lid, but I'm going to give it a try. I really enjoy skin tints over foundations at the moment. I'm trying not to wear foundation as much anymore, and to be honest, I really notice now when I do wear foundation, it feels really caked on my skin. So a skin tint or something is just perfect, especially in summer when you just want a really light base. This is a really good coverage actually. It's like the perfect, barely there, but is definitely a something kind of product. Subtle enough that you can't really tell that it's made a difference. I love it. I am going to put a tiny bit of concealer on though because that spot is just giving. This is what I was using before. So I've been testing a few bits. I'll give you some opinions on a couple of different ones. So I've been using this one mostly at the moment, which is the NYX Glaze. This one is stunning. I really like it. This one I've got in shade Cashew Butter, but it's basically like a glowing tint. Really, really nice on. I've nearly finished that one actually. Really like it. It was recommended on TikTok Shop and I thought, why not? Then I raided my stash because I knew that that one was running out, and I thought we'll give a couple of ones out of the stash a go because in this wardrobe is basically just boxes of beauty stuff. Every now and again I clear it out. Sometimes friends and family get a little look in, but it's basically my backup of products that I know I'll use. But these are two that I was giving a go. They're actually two different shades I'm now realising, which is probably why I prefer one to the other. So I've got the Tinted Moisturiser from Laura Mercier, which is SPF 20 oil free. This one's in 3W2, a little bit orange for me. Really nice coverage. It's a little bit thicker, which I quite liked, so it felt a bit more like I was wearing foundation as opposed to just like a light skin tint. Really liked it. Definitely just the wrong colour, but I think if I maybe mixed it with like the lighter Naked Sundays or something, maybe it'd work. And this one is the Tinted Moisturiser Natural Skin Perfector, also from Laura Mercier, but this one's SPF 30, and I got it in 3C1 Fawn. This one was actually really, really good. I would arguably say this is my favourite out of the two, but I would say this tinted moisturiser is better than this tinted moisturiser. Just personal preference. I think if this was the same shade, maybe I'd change my mind, but this one just had like the perfect light coverage. And then obviously, as I say, this one's very, very light coverage, but it was really good, and it's SPF 30. But these ones, I feel like these trump it because they're SPF 50, you know? And I do really like the coverage of it. I know you can't really tell. God, I hate my face at the moment. You know when you start to notice you're aging? Like, I've just got all these like... I don't know. You know when you just look at yourself some days and you're like, I don't like getting older. Okay, we're going to do the world's lightest little bit of base, and we're not going to touch the eyes or anything. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm still using my beloved Holy Grail, which is this one. This is the like multi-use Maybelline eraser one. Do you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. I really like it because it's a really light coverage, and I like that it's got the little applicator. And it doesn't put too much product onto your skin, which is really nice, because I hate when you get a product and it just like dishes out way too much and then you're stuck with this like really caked on concealer. But this one's quite nice because it just gives that perfect little bit of something. Just need to get rid of this beast on my chin. Okay, and then I'm gonna pop on a little tiny whiny bit of add this to my little brush pot. I'm going to add a tiny bit of contour, but by tiny I mean really tiny. So I'm going to use my Rare Beauty ones, which I'm really enjoying, and we're just going to do like the lightest little bit just to give me a bit of something, to be honest. This one is in the shade Solace. It's just a nice bronze. Ooh, that's a bit noisy. Then I've got the blush in Happy, which I just, again, tiny little dots. I'm not doing as much as I would do on an everyday basis. I'm going really minimal for this one. I'm having a bit of a moment since the marathon with the way I look, and I know it's so ridiculous because my body ran a marathon, and I could go into a full-blown rant and rave about all of how I feel about the situation with like body and stuff in terms of the mind, like the mental fuckery of it all, but I'm not going to, because it's just a long-winded thing. I did TikToks and stuff on it before, but it's just really hard to know that you got your body to a certain place and you ate more intentionally to gain a bit of weight to perform better, and you know that that's why you did it. But then when you come out of that phase of life and you're into like going on holidays and stuff, and you know your body looks different, but you know it's for a good reason, like it's a bit of a strange way to feel. So since the marathon about 6 weeks ago, I obviously have been on trips and stuff, so I haven't been like, I feel like I'm not like the most... Like, I don't go to the gym necessarily to look ripped. I go because it's part of my routine. I enjoy it. I enjoy feeling good. I enjoy the way my body looks when I do really heavy sessions. Like, I like the fact that I've got some definition in like my arms and stuff at the moment. Like, I enjoy that. But I wouldn't say I go and it's like, I must look ripped and do like 12 weeks of intense stuff to look a certain way to then like backtrack to then like, I don't know. For me, it's more of like a long-term lifestyle thing, but I do enjoy it. I just also don't limit myself. Like, I will still go out and have wine with my friends if I want to have wine. I will still like just do all the things that make me happy. I'm not going to change my whole life just to be skinny. I also don't agree with like Manjaro and stuff. That's a whole other topic. But that's the base. So we've gone very light, we've gone very simple. Do I put mascara on? Oh, you know when you just... I want to get my face fully ready, but I know I shouldn't get my face fully ready. So we're not going to do it. But we are going to pack some makeup brushes, and we are going to get ready to head out the door. I've got my bits behind me that are ready to go, including my period delay pill, because I don't want to be on a period on a hen do. Right, let's get out the door. Hello, gang. We are just actually pulling in to Forestmere. I think Forestmere? Is it Forestmere or Forestmere? I've been calling it Mare. It's Mere, isn't it? The Champneys Spa. We can't check in until 2, and it's currently about 20 to 1. So I think James and I are going to try and get some lunch before, and we can obviously get changed and go and hang out in the spa areas. If I'm honest, I don't really care for checking into the room first. I just care more so that we can get into our swim stuff. But I can see it over here and it looks really cute. But Forestmere has the best grass. Does that not look a bit like the Dirty Dancing place? It does, doesn't it? Like on the lake.
It does, yeah.
You know, and they go up and it's like 2, 3, cha cha cha. It looks like that, but it's really pretty. I'm hoping that it's not really busy because I know there's limited sunbeds and stuff, and I want to be out in that sun reading my book and just having a jolly old time at a spa, to be honest, and then we've got dinner and stuff, and then we're leaving early tomorrow. We do have use of the spa all day tomorrow, but we've got to get back for some bridesmaid try-on bits for Tash, but it's so pretty. This is obviously a bit wide angled, but it's such a nice building. And then you've got the little lake over there. This lighting is really doing bits of the shadows right now, but we've just got to our room, so I thought I'd show you around. We're staying in one of the luxe rooms, I think it's called, but this is what it looks like. I'll give you a quick room tour before we get changed and get straight out that door, because I want to be sat by that pool as quick as possible. So this is the bathroom. It's actually really cute. I love when they make bathrooms look a little bit more modern. So your little bath there. I love all the neutrals, it's so pretty. A little wardrobe. And then when you come through here, they've given us some dash drinks, which is so good. We've got a little fruit platter as well. And then a little sofa and everything. And on the bed, they've given us a little like care packages. So we've got some flip-flops. And then we've got a little care package in here. Shall I have a little look what's inside, actually? I'm not sure what they've given us, but they did say there'd be goodies. Are you positive that's the extra large? It's to my ankles and it's not even covering your knees. Guys, this dressing gown on me is like an actual cape. And the same dressing gown on James is to like here. His arms are like this. Tell me that's not like the nicest view to wake up to. It's so blooming lush here. I'll admit, today's not the warmest. It's like 18 degrees at the moment, but the wind's quite chilly. So I've just put on my gym stuff underneath the robe, and we're going to go and sit down somewhere in the sun and basically just read books and chill for a bit. We can check out at 11, but we're allowed to stay until 4, so we can like use the facilities and stuff. But we're going to decide what we do, because I need to get back for 3 to let someone in the studio, and because it's not the warmest, we don't really know if we're going to want to sit outside all day, so we're going to see how we feel. But it's just such a beautiful day. I really want to go and have a look over the lake and stuff. Like, it looks really pretty today. It's been a lovely stay. The food's so good as well. Like, the restaurant here, for one, they've been accommodating to allergies and stuff, and for two, it's a really nice restaurant. Like, all the food we had was great. What did you have yesterday? You had like duck something steak, and then yeah, James had like duck croquettes and stuff, and they looked really yum. I had and then steak, and then I had like a soup, mixed veggie soup, and then I had a risotto that was 10 out of 10. It was really, really yummy. But honestly, such good food. And they gave us a cookbook, obviously, so we've got it to take home. But for a spa, I would say it's been great food, because sometimes at spas, I feel like the food can be a bit naff. But to be honest, I would say this is probably the nicest spa I've been to, and I frequent Nirvana. Like, Nirvana is one of my favourites. It's not too far away from us. It's beautiful if you just want a day spa. Loads of different rooms. The theming's beautiful in there. But here is gorgeous, and I just love that it's completely outside in nature, because there's a lot of spas you get that aren't like that. They're just kind of inside. The inside bit is nice, don't get me wrong, but I would arguably say that if it was a rainy day, it wouldn't be as good of an experience, because the inside spa didn't really have that many beds. Like, it just was a bit more like normal spa, I guess you could say. Whereas because you've got the outside bits, it's lovely. The one thing I wish they had, though, was one of those like outside saunas, you know, where they've got like the huts that are a sauna. That would make this 10 out of 10, because that would just be so dreamy to like go in an outside sauna. I do think they potentially have it down by the pool, but we tried to go down by the pool yesterday and every sunbed and chair was taken, obviously because it was a really nice day, so we ended up sat down by the lake. But yeah, we're gonna go grab a coffee. We've had breakfast already, and we're gonna go chill for an hour. I need to carry on reading my book. I'm reading The Sorrow of Shadows, and it's actually quite good. At first I didn't love it, but now I'm getting really into it. I can't tell you how nice this little lake is. However, that little pier bit is covered in duck poo. So I feel like when you see the pictures, if you see the picture go live, you are allowed to comment, because you're from the vlog and you've seen it. But we're going to try and find somewhere to sit and eat, because like I said yesterday, the birds keep nabbing people's food, like the ducks and stuff. So James has got to eat this piece of cake somewhere away from them. Do you want to go back up there and get a fork and eat it? Or do you want to sit on the bench here?